The Election Commission on Saturday told the Supreme Court that it shared the list of electors whose enumeration forms had not been received during the Special Intensive Revision, which is the SIR, of electoral rolls in Bihar with booth-level agents, BLAs, of recognized political parties even before publishing the draft roll. In an additional affidavit filed in the Supreme Court, the poll body also sought to assure that no voter's name will be deleted from the draft roll published on August 1st without prior notice, hearing and a speaking order. The EC's affidavit comes after the court on Wednesday asked it to reply to a plea by the Association for Democratic Reforms, one of the petitioners who had challenged the SIR exercise. In its application, the ADR had sought directions to the Commission to publish the list of names and other details of the 65 lakh electors removed from the rolls in the draft stage. The EC said, quote-unquote, "As a matter of policy and in strict adherence to the principles of natural justice, no deletion of any elector's name from the draft electoral roll published on 1st of August 2025 shall be undertaken without, first, issuance of a prior notice the concerned elector indicating the proposed deletion and the grounds thereof, second, affording a reasonable opportunity of being heard and furnishing relevant documents, and third, passing of a reasoned and speaking order by the competent authority." It added that these safeguards are further reinforced by a robust two-tier appeal mechanism prescribed under the relevant rules, thereby ensuring that every elector has adequate recourse against any adverse action. The affidavit said, quote-unquote, "The Commission, in an effort to ensure inclusion of every eligible elector whose enumeration forms had not been received, caused the list of such electors be shared with BLAs of the recognized political parties by 20th July 2025 itself, so that in cases where such entries required reconsideration, appropriate corrective action could be taken and the names included in the draft roll." It also said, quote-unquote, "Subsequently, upon noticing the proactive efforts of the political parties, updated lists were again shared with their representatives for further follow-up." The Commission pointed out that it had issued a detailed press note dated 27 July 2025, placing in the public domain the progress of the SIR. It said, quote-unquote, "To ensure that no eligible elector in Bihar is left behind, awareness campaigns through SMS, meetings and repeated BLO visits were conducted, with provision for any BLA to submit up to 50 enumeration forms per day and to ensure that no temporary migrant from Bihar is excluded. Advertisements in Hindi were issued in 246 newspapers, and the CEOs of all states' UTs were requested for facilitating filling of forms from outside the state through both online and physical means." The poll body pointed out that special urban camps were organized in all 261 urban local bodies and to enroll all young electors attaining the qualifying age on or before 1st of October 2025. Advance applications were being accepted, with special campaigns scheduled for the claims and objections period. The EC said to maintain regular involvement of electors and political parties. It provided booth-level lists to parties during the process. The Commission said, quote-unquote, "To promptly address any issues raised during the enumeration phase, including those reported through print, television or social media, DEOs have taken corrective actions, and to facilitate thorough scrutiny of the draft roll from 1st of August to 1st of September 2025, printed and digital copies of draft rolls have been made available to political parties and online facility for the public at large." The affidavit said, quote-unquote, "In order to ensure that no eligible elector is excluded, the Commission had deployed about 2.5 lakhs volunteers, most of whom are also officers of the government of Bihar, to assist electors, including in procuring the requisite documents from various state departments. Accordingly, even in cases where any vulnerable elector does not presently possess any document, he/she would be facilitated in the process of obtaining such documents." The poll body said, quote-unquote, "The SIR has yielded substantial progress. Out of 7.89 crore electors, over 7.24 crore submitted their enumeration forms with the active involvement of the Chief Electoral Officer of Bihar, 38 district election officers, 243 electoral registration officers, 2,976 assistant electoral registration officers, over 77,000 BLOs, over 2 lakh volunteers, and 1 lakh BLAs. The Commission added that it has been issuing daily press releases, bulletins to keep the public informed on claims and objections received from public or political parties, on which action will be taken by the competent authority after notice period as per law. The SC is scheduled to hear petitions regarding the SIR next on August 12th. That's all for now. For more such news updates on Election Commission, the SIR, and what Rahul Gandhi said, stay tuned to the Indian Express. Thank you so much for watching.